It's a lot of war.
It was almost like I didn't get to like enjoy the characters I like as much because all this other stuff was happening.
Exactly, and that's what.
Welcome to Viz and Fiction.
I'm Spencer.
And I'm Kristen.
And today we're talking about ACOTR.
ACOTR.
Gotta say it with something in your gut.
Some war.
War. What? Wait, no.
What is it good for? Absolutely. I don't even know that from Boy Meets World.
Yes.
That's the only reason I know that.
Oh my gosh. Good stuff. Oh man. Yeah, we're talking about book 3 in the ACOTR series where, you know, it's a lot of war going on in this book. Yeah, this book. Do you want to read the book jacket?
Yeah.
It'll be the first time.
Oh,
It'll be the first time I'm hearing it. This book belongs to. Oh, nice. I feel like they don't put that in books anymore.
They don't. All right. A nightmare. I told Tamlin I was the nightmare. Feyre has returned to the Spring Court, determined to gather information on Tamlin's maneuverings and the invading king threatening to bring Prythian to its knees. But to do so, she must play a deadly game of deceit, and one slip may spell doom not only for Feyre, but for her world as well. As war bears down upon them all, Feyre must decide who to trust amongst the dazzling and lethal High Lords, and hunt for allies in unexpected places. In this thrilling third book of the Court of Thorns and Roses series by #1 New York Times bestselling author Sarah J Maas, the earth will be painted red as mighty armies grapple for power over the one thing that could destroy them all.
Nice. Nice.
It's like very vague. That told you nothing, honestly.
Right. It's just like there's war.
Yeah.
I saw this. I saw this reel the other day that it was a guy reading the series for the first time, and he gets to this book and he's like, Sarah, why is there so much war? He's like, I didn't want this. He's like, edit it out.
Out the war. The boring part.
Yeah, he's just like, there's so much war. There is a lot of war.
There is. Like, it was kind of like fun and games in the first book.
It really is.
And the second book's like, ooh, mysteries. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, war.
We're going to war.
Going to war.
Oh.
Get ready.
My notes for this book are kind of all over the place. Oh, wait. Overall ranking. Where would you...
Like I said, it's been a while since I read this. I read this in 2018. Oh my god.
You're a different person.
I'm a totally different person. I love somewhere completely different. But like, it'd probably be... Well, should we consider... Like, I consider this part like the first trilogy, honestly. Like, this is like the last book in the trilogy.
Yeah.
And then Sarah's like, oh, I want to do more. Mm-hmm. So like, of the 3 books, I'd probably put this one second.
The second one first, right?
The second one first.
Obviously.
And then the first one last just because of, like...
Tamlin.
and how much we've grown since then. What about you? Same?
I'd probably rank them the same.
Yeah.
And I'd probably, just kind of remembering this book, I'd probably give it like a 4.5.
Yeah.
Just because there was so much war.
And, like, war is fine, but it kind of gets in the way of, like, the fun.
Right. The relationships.
And, like, a lot happens, and, like, that's cool.
A lot of shit does happen in that book.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, just, like, reading my notes, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the last book ended with her going back to the Spring Court. Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So if you haven't read ACOTR, leave.
And if you have read ACOTR, we probably might also spoil things for the rest of the ACOTR series.
Yeah, because we definitely going to talk about how this is the start of, like, Nesta's fucking...
Hate arc.
Hate arc. I mean, it was slowly ruining the first 2 books, but literally, we'll get to my comments. So come back.
Come back.
Oh, okay.
But if you're here, just stay.
Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so my first note was, I'm glad she's not at Tamlin's for very long, because I don't think she is there very long. I think she goes back.
Well, because she's still in, like, a deal with him where she goes back every X number of days. Or no?
No, because she's married to Reese now. They're married.
Tamlin doesn't know that.
Yeah, he does. They're mates. Yeah. The whole thing at the end of book 2, Oh,
she's going back to spy.
Oh yeah. They sever the bond. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I really forgot about that.
Yeah, so like she's there to spy on Tamlin, pretending like Reese is like
there.
this monster that took her.
Yeah, but so her deal is done.
Her deal is done.
Her deal is done.
Okay.
Because he the king thinks he separated the deal bond,
so that she can like stay there with Tamlin and Lucian.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
But my note says she's not there very long.
What is your note? What does past Spencer consider very long?
I don't know.
I'm on chapter. I also have the synopsis pulled up.
It's been a while since we read this.
Sorry, 1 second while we figure out where we are in this book.
Like,
who are these twins? They keep talking about twins. The twins reveal they've been plotting to ask Feyre if she's noticed her headaches. Yeah, it sounds like the twins did something and they had to run away.
Yeah.
Whoever these twins are.
Yeah, part 1, but it's not like, that's pretty short.
That is pretty short.
Like, part 1 is
terribly sorry. Part 1 seems like things happen.
And we weren't too concerned with it.
They weren't that important to us.
We were like, fuck it.
But now they've run off together.
Yeah.
Lucian and Feyre have run off together.
They've escaped the spring court.
Escaped the spring court. And they went to autumn court. But now they're in the night court here.
Yeah.
And that's probably where you're seeing, like, they're back together.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, I don't think Lucian's mate's going to be too happy to see him. Because, Elena's so boring.
Elena's a wet rag.
Like, she is the book equivalent of
what?
Ginny Weasley in Harry Potter movies. Just like, that's who I imagine her. Just like, no personality.
I just think of her as like, do you think that is there a lot going on up there, you think? I don't think, like...
And she's like, these pretty flowers.
That's what I imagine, too. And I know that she's, like, got trauma. She's got a lot of trauma.
But even before that, even at the beginning of the books, she's still kind of
It's like middle child syndrome, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm not her biggest fan.
They're going to do a lot of work in this next book for me to, care.
And I do remember this because they get back to the night court and my comment is just like, I want Lucian to be part of the gang because he kind of feels left out.
Yeah.
Because they don't want him talking to Elaine. Nessa's like, get away from her, babe, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's not like part of their crew, but he doesn't have a crew in Springcourt anymore. He's just kind of like...
And they're probably afraid for him to be around to hear anything, too, if he reports it back to Tamlin, I'm sure.
It's like, they can't trust him yet. But I just want him to be part of the gang.
Gang.
Because I do like Lucian.
I do, too.
Like, he can't help it. He chose bad friends.
Like, he deserves a redemption arc.
Yes.
Not even a redemption arc, just, like, to have fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping that in this next book, it'll be a lot of him.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Then my next note is, why does Nesta have to be such a bitch?
We just need to talk about the fact that, like...
She's undeserving of Cassian.
I love Cassian.
He is so... And I remember in this book, him just being, like, trying...
To, like, look out for her.
Yeah, and she's just... Oh, she's such a bitch. To Feyre, too, because she's so mad because now they're made or whatever.
She's, like, blaming Feyre for this happening.
I'm like, what? She didn't kidnap you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's not her fault. And, like, she's even... It's honestly she's more upset for Elaine than herself, too.
Yes. That is, like, a common theme with her throughout these books. And I'm like, I get it. Sisterly love. But, like, she takes it to an annoying level.
It's almost like she knows she failed with Feyre, so she's like, I can't fail with Elaine, too, is my guess.
And it's just, like, such overcompensation.
It's, like, selfish, honestly, too.
It's so annoying. I'm like, can you just, like...
And the few times Elaine does show backbone, it's her being like, leave me alone. Like, stop trying to, like, be my mom.
Ugh, yeah.
Which is fair.
She's a grown lady. She can handle herself.
She's a hi, lady.
Yeah, my thing says, I need her to be nicer to Cassian, because I love him.
I love him.
She's such a bitch to him.
She is. And, like, he doesn't even supposedly know they're mates yet.
Oh, yeah.
But he likes her for some ungodly reason.
Yeah, I mean, his taste, I guess, is kind of questionable.
Yeah.
My next note is Reese always sliding his hands in his pockets supposed to reinforce the too cool for school vibe? In every book, Like, she literally, like, will say that in the description. Like, Reese puts his hands in his pockets. No, hands in his pockets, hands in his pockets. Like, what is this supposed to... Is this supposed to mean something?
Were there a lot of pockets in the olden days, too? I feel like...
I mean, they weren't carrying shit.
That's true. I feel like they didn't really have pockets. But,
Yeah.
you know, they had toilets in Sarah J Maas's world, too, so... Who am I to say that there's no pockets?
That's true.
No, it's weird.
They have indoor plumbing.
She throws up into a toilet often.
They have indoor plumbing.
It's strange. It doesn't actually make sense.
That doesn't actually make sense. There should be, like, chamber pots.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, they talk about flushing a toilet as well.
And baths. And baths.
Yeah, like drawing a bath.
Yeah, like, but like, from a faucet,
From a
not
faucet,
like
not like a maid carrying in warm water and filling it up.
That's wild.
I know.
I never thought about that.
I saw a TikTok one time that was like, did they just say toilet? And I was like, oh, they did.
Not chamber pot.
No.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, and then my next note. It was also about Cassian. It's like heartbreak. Cassian saying Nesta will never forgive him for saving Elaine before she got put into the cauldron. Because, you know, he was like... Because they did... did they do Nesta first? No, they did Nesta second. But he was... they, like, destroyed his wings. Because you remember?
Yeah, he was trying to crawl after her.
Yeah, but I think he's like, she's never going to forgive me that I couldn't get there. I'm like, Cassie, you need to be easier on yourself. Even though Nesta will not be easy on you. It's not your fault!
Why? It's not his fault, and why is it his job to save her, too?
Exactly.
Like, he was already trying his hardest.
Exactly. But yeah, that's what he says. He says that she'll never forgive him. Oh, man.
And Nessa's just sitting there, like, being like, why am I here? Like, this is bullshit, basically.
Oh, yeah.
They want to go back to the human realms, I think actually, don't they?
She wants no part, like, because she doesn't want any part of it.
Yeah, like, she's like, I don't want to be here.
No. And I can't remember if it was in this book or the, one of the subsequent ones.
Mm-hmm.
She, like, moves out of the house.
I think that's the,
And she's definitely out of the house in the Beauty and the Beast Christmas novel.
Mm-hmm. That's probably the end of this one. She probably moves out after the war is over.
Oh, yeah. She's like, bah!
Yeah.
She says she's got issues. Girl needs some therapy. Next, I was talking about there's definitely something more to Eris. I don't know what it is, but I can't quite peg him. The oldest brother
of the
one that's like left more for.
So we should like. There's a lot of great conspiracy theories on those.
Ooh,
on that one. Like, have you heard the one about Moore being like a double agent?
No.
Yeah. Like they like she writes her in these stories like very sketchily, like she's like off doing things.
Yeah. It's like she's off under the mountain.
Yeah.
Not under the mountain, but and then Court of Nightmares.
Yeah, and like they say like her gift is like truth or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And there's just all these things people have like picked out of her like being sketchy and being like she never talks about what actually happened with her and Eris and like how it probably didn't go down the way everyone thinks it did.
Yeah. Well, that's the vibe. It's just like it seems like there's like
he doesn't seem like a bad guy.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah. And so like there's some things about that.
Ooh. Sketchy.
Yeah, that might like come to fruition in the next book, but
ooh.
And that would like paint Eris as like a better person too.
Yeah, because like he kind of looks like an arrogant asshole, but not in like a.
He like in the other books he like hates his dad so much and he starts helping them.
Yeah.
So it's like he's not a bad person. Mm-hmm. He's just like an ass.
Yeah, I think he's a little self-interested.
Yeah, which like the same probably could have been said about Reese before all the events of this book, these books.
It's true.
So,
yeah, it is. It's like there's something about him where I'm just like,
I would want to know more about him. I do enjoy reading him.
I do too. I feel like he's got more to come.
More story to tell.
My next note is what a cluster. Az likes Moore, but also likes Elaine, and I can't tell if Moore really likes Az, and Lucian is just screwed. Lucian, okay, I
just want to like hug Lucian.
One of my main takeaways from this book is Lucian is just screwed.
He is.
Because he loses his friend.
His best friend. He's like a brother. And
he doesn't really belong anywhere. No. His mate is Elaine.
Disgusted by him.
Yeah, she just won't even...
like, look at him.
I think that eventually they, like, have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's just, like, a boring-ass conversation.
I think she tells him that she doesn't want to see him, too.
Yeah.
That's why he, like, stays away in the other books.
Yeah, but I think she tells it, like, by way of other people. Like, I don't think she talks to him.
Well, isn't she doing, like, this weird thing, too, where she can, like, hear everything, and it's, like, kind of driving her crazy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I feel bad for her about that. Like, that sucks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because she starts getting, like, no, we're starting to get headaches. Or Elaine is one of them. It's like Lucy and Ben, like, Az is, like, one of the only people she'll talk to.
Yeah. And, like, I don't know how I feel about Moore and Az. Again, like, Moore has become more and more sketchy to me as the books have gone on.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I'm like...
I never, even, like, in the subsequent books, I was never, like, ooh, Az and Moore fan.
No.
I'm just like...
It doesn't seem necessary.
No, like, this doesn't fit.
It doesn't. I feel like he needs someone... Like, I like him and Gwen the most.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But I don't even know if I don't know if that'll happen, but...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My next note. Elaine just got a little more interesting, predicted the future and all.
Oh, yeah. She, like, we don't really know... That's what's so interesting, too. And I don't know if this is just, like, a scapegoat also, but, like, we don't really know what the cauldron gave them.
Yeah. Well, we know it gave Nesta a little bit of it.
Yeah. It took something from me.
It took something from me.
But, like, Elaine just, like, kind of pops off of these random, like, powers.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. And, like, Nesta's always like, she can't help you. And she's like, I'll help. She's like, okay.
Nesta, yeah. It's like...
She puts her in danger. I think the big one here was, like...
You're putting her in danger
because the cauldron can find her again or something.
Yeah, it, like, senses it.
Yeah, like, light calls to light.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Ugh.
But they need... What's the whole premise here? They need to, like, find...
It's like, Nesta, we're trying to save the world here.
We're trying to find something. They're trying to find.
They're trying to...
The goal is to kill Hybern.
Well, they're trying to find something to break the cauldron.
To break the cauldron.
Isn't that what they're trying to do?
I don't remember.
I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to break the cauldron.
Because he's still trying to use it to break the wall?
Yeah. That seems right.
Yeah, that was what he was trying to do in the first book.
Or they're trying to steal the cauldron. I forget. Oh, and we also, like, see the library in the basement. That's super...
Oh, with the dark thing?
It's so creepy.
It is. Alright, this says, Laura says something might be wrong with the cauldron if they need to use the existing hole in the wall to bring it down, as the cauldron should be able to do it on their own. So they're still... I think that, like, the bad guy still has... They're trying to find a way to repair the holes in the walls. Mm-hmm. I think the bad guy still has the cauldron and is still trying to break it down.
Yeah. And he has to take it to the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has to, like, take it there. So he has to cross the ocean.
Yes.
Come down.
Okay, and then we're about to... I think they're trying to call all the High Lords together to see if they have any power to repair the holes.
Oh, yeah.
That's when you get that Tamlin scene, too. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they do send Lucian away to, like, go get like, some reinforcement somewhere. Because... My note says, I don't want Lucian to go away, but I hope he comes in Gandalf style from the east in battle.
Aww. Rallies the troops.
Yeah.
They go back to the prison.
Oh, they did go back to the prison, and she realizes the face of the... At some point in this book, she realizes what that face is.
Oh, that it's her son.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I have some notes from when they were at that meeting. It says, oh shit, Tamlin just got to the meeting and have a bad feeling. And I don't remember what context this was in, but she said something to him that's like, the sun was shining when I left you.
Okay, yeah, no, I see this on TikTok all the time because it's such a, like, hard line.
And it's like, Fairy, you slay me.
It was like, Tamlin comes in, or I'm sure he's already sitting there, but he's basically like, how does it feel to, like, have my, like, sloppy seconds, essentially? Like, he's being, like, a dick about it.
Oh, yeah!
And he's like, you stole my woman, and that's when she says, like...
The sun was shining when I left you. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, lift your ass.
Yeah. And that's when, we get the, I think, is it Cassian? One of them saying, like, don't talk about my highlighting.
Oh!
Which is such a...
Through this whole book,
good.
When they find out, because they find out at the very end of the second book, they're like, you sent my high lady back to whatever. This whole book, they're like, my high lady, my high lady, my high lady.
Wait,
I'm like,
We
yes.
should pause right now, though, first. Because I see this all the time also on TikTok. And it's like, what right does Feyre have to be a high lady, honestly? Like, she's only been a fae for, like, 2 months.
A minute.
And she's, like, this 20-year-old girl.
Yeah.
That can't read.
Illiterate.
She's illiterate. She can, like, kind of hunt. She's got a lot of trauma. And it's like...
What are your prerequisites?
We're good with letting her be a high lady and rule an entire, like, court by Reese's side. And I just find that so funny. I mean, it's so true.
Fair points.
It's so true.
That's fair points.
It's like, oh, she's nice? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll let her rule.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And isn't it... And when they're in the Autumn Court, is it this book where they... Or is that the last book? Where they come in... Cassian and Az come and save her. Like Captain America style.
I don't think that she goes to the Autumn Court and the...
Well, when her and Lucian, like, get away.
Yeah, it must be this book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't think she goes to the Autumn Court in the other books.
Because they, like, come and save her. And
yeah.
they're like, my high lady!
Yeah.
I'm all here for it. My high lady!
They're protective.
Oh, and then, I say I'm gonna strangle Tamlin and Baron. Gonna strangle Baron too. Because I think
he's the oldest.
He's the Autumn Court one, right?
Yeah.
He's Lucian. And then we find out that Lucian's a bastard!
Yeah, but we still don't know who
His dad is.
I don't
but
there's,
think
like,
so.
rumors.
Yeah.
Like, I think Feyre, like, thinks it might be Helion.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
I feel like that was, like, a thing.
I'm sure we'll find out in this next book.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jurian comes in.
Yeah, that was earlier.
Yeah. Jurian comes in, and I'm like, Jurian's good. Wasn't expecting that. And then I think they, like, start to... There's, like, a little battle at some point. Because I'm like, if Rhys sacrifices himself in battle, I'm going to be so pissed.
Well,
I mean, yeah, but this is like the first. This is like the first battle.
The first little battle.
Yeah, and like I think something happened. The cereal. I'm like the poor cereal.
The tea spiller.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And then
have you seen those TikTok?
The cereal?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just on so many sides of TikTok. There's this, like, TikTok theory. Throw in a glass spoiler. Skip ahead if you don't want to hear this. That the cereal is actually Caltaine.
What?
Yeah. So, Caltaine, like, has all, like, some kind of power in her, right?
Yeah.
And, like, the theory here is, like,
I thought she exploded herself.
Yeah. But the theory is, like, it's similar to, like, in Crescent City, where, like, these things are, like, dead, like Reapers kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're kind of dead. That she could have, like, gone into, like, this world when she died, like, in the explosion.
Uh-huh.
And, like, the key piece being, like, the Infernal Glass, Aelin gives her, like, a scrap of, like, cloth.
She does.
To keep her, like, warm.
Yes.
And, like, that, like, the
She's
cereal,
like, I never forgot that.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
and, like, the cereal, like, is very, like, covered, like, whatever,
Yeah.
like, very protective of it or something.
Yeah, and like Feyre gives her, she gives her something.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. So there, I don't know if it's true, but I love a good conspiracy theory.
That's wild.
I know.
Oh my
It'd be a
god.
fun one.
That is a fun one.
But yeah.
So I think my next notes are they're like in battle.
Yeah.
Because Cassian gets hurt. Because remember, like Nestor like calls to him.
Oh, and he's like
and because
in a battle, and
yeah,
then he
a lot of them die, and it's because she called to him that he like hesitated,
and he feels so guilty,
and he lives. And I'm like, Nessa being nice to him, heart.
Are we in the actual war then?
That's the thing. This whole book is like actually just like battles.
It's just like little skirmishes, like a real.
It really is.
Real war.
Like I mean, not that there's not plot, but like it's a ton of like fighting. It's a ton of fighting. Because
where are we fighting anyway?
I think they're fighting somewhere in the fairy realm.
Yeah, like we're over the sea.
Yeah, we're definitely.
We're not in our courts.
Oh no! Sorry, I think we're over here.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what court we're in, but we're definitely over here. Actually, I think they might be
near the wall.
Yeah, I think they might be like spring and summer.
Because that's like where they need to take the cauldron to destroy things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, my next note is she can fly. I don't know who I'm talking about.
Feyre took flying lessons with Az.
Oh yeah, because she can like
she has all the powers.
Yeah, and she can like create herself wings.
Like Rhys can.
Yeah.
Because Rhys technically isn't Illyrian either.
Mm-mm.
He just like creates wings to fly with his friends. Just cute.
Yeah, it's cute. Like she can fly.
She can fly.
Yeah, and then my next note is Tamlin at least did one good thing in his life. I think he like helped save somebody.
He does. He
And it's like, oh, is he getting redemption? But I'm like, no,
he helped save Rhys.
Maybe.
And he's like, be happy, Feyre.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like the very end. It's like the kernel of like redemption they're trying to give him.
And I still don't want to give it to him.
Yeah, it's like,
sorry,
thanks
Tamlin.
for doing the bare minimum.
Yeah, you still suck.
But no, I forgot the queens are a big piece of this, right?
Oh yeah, because
like
one of the queens
jumps in the cauldron
and she is turned old.
Yeah, she's pissed about it.
And she's like, "You took a youth."
Yes,
I remember that.
and Vasa, she plays a part
because I think Lucian goes.
That's who he like goes to try and bring.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like Swan Princessing it.
Because it's like him, it's like Lucian, Jurian, and Vasa are kind of like a gang.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, about it.
It's weak, but like...
But I just want that for
you
Lucian.
You deserve it. You deserve happiness.
I want Lucian to have some friends.
Exactly.
And let's see. Oh, one of my things is Mora's gay. Because it's like, I think she like...
It alludes to...
Yeah, but I think it's more she's bisexual.
Bisexual, yeah. Which is not surprising. She's just, like, sexual.
Yeah. I have a thing that's, like, Rhys's speech before battle and then just, like, crying emojis. I think it was very heartfelt.
Which one? Oh, his speech?
Yeah, like, before, I think before their big battle. That's the thing. It's just, like, it's so much battle.
It is. Okay, they're heading for the Winter Court border.
Mm-hmm.
She asks Asterial where Hybern's army is.
Mm.
The king is using the Master of the Cauldron to cloak it. But they can use Nesta to track the cauldron down.
Yeah. And I think she's, like, pretty, like, about it.
She doesn't want to help.
She's such a bitch. We're trying to save the world here, Nesta.
Yeah.
Just think of Elaine. That's all you have to say to her. Just think
is Ianthe not dead yet? Doesn't she die in this book?
She does. I think she dies in the battle.
God, good. I can't stand that woman.
Yeah. She sucks.
She sucks.
One of my next notes is, I never cried so much reading a battle scene, the ships that their father brought.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like...
I'm sorry. Daddy Archeron is still, like, a ship
Too
dad,
little, too late.
But he shows up with ships named after his daughters. Like, like it's freaking Christopher Columbus up in here.
Too little, too late, Daddy.
And, like, honestly, it's weird, too, because Nesta, like, holds on to that.
Oh, that bitterness. Yeah.
No, like, in her own book, she's, like, sad that she didn't give her dad more grace.
Yeah. And I'm like, girl.
She feels bad that, like, that he did love her all this time. And I'm like,
he still sucked.
You were justified in your...
He was a horrible father.
He was a bad dad.
Yeah, he did not provide.
No.
Point
he
blank.
lost money and then, like, went into depression, which that is sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But, like...
But he didn't pull himself up by his bootstraps.
Yeah.
And provide for his 3 daughters at home.
Yeah.
So
the Cauldron is taking Elaine to the Hybern war camp here.
Oh!
Yeah.
They take her.
They do.
Yeah. They take...
which is what Nesta was afraid of. And so she was right.
She was right. I forgot they took her.
Asriel says he'll get her back.
Yeah.
Feyre says she will go with him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember this now.
Oh, I forgot. It says she says to look like Ianthe because Tamlin and her are, like, playing on Hybern's side right now.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of my next notes is what the fuck Amren, because I think, like, for a split second, they, like, make you think she's about to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But...
Well, she's kind of sketchy. Like, it's not a far-fetched.
Yeah, super powerful. But she was, like, freed.
Yeah.
Which was nice.
And that's when we gotta get the beast, I think. It looks like. They need to get the cauldron and touch it together. What?
Oh, piece it back together, and Nessa's got a piece of it in her.
Yes, okay.
That's
they
what
can
it
use
is.
it to bind the king and his army and wipe them off the earth.
Mm-hmm.
So they go to get the humans out of her old village, but she knows that she needs to get to the carver to face the mirror.
Oh my gosh.
And that's where they get the beast from the library, I think.
So much stuff happens. Oh, because they're all siblings.
The carver, the Suriel, and the weaver.
Yeah. And they come and fight for them.
Yeah.
Man, a lot happens in this book.
Oh, Reese then gives a moving speech to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're outnumbered.
Yep.
His shield comes down. Feyre lets her glamour go. It was hiding the bone carver and Braxis. That's the beast from the library.
Yep. Because Cassian's deadly afraid of him. I love those.
I love it too.
Those TikToks.
Yeah.
Where it's like, what happens when Braxis gets on the battlefield and Cassian's just like in a corner.
Terrified.
Yeah.
And then all three creatures begin attacking Hybern's force.
Yeah. Okay. I do remember that.
Yes.
And then we go battle.
We go to the battle.
Big battle. Daddy comes in with his ships. And then
Feyre goes in. Her and Amren go in the cauldron.
Yes.
Oh.
I do remember that.
And then the Hornblast and Armada ships appear.
Yeah.
But then another Hornblast, so they see 1,000 winged soldiers heading toward them.
My next note, I guess, because I got caught up in like the battle, because I'm sure there's like a lot of battle pages.
Yeah.
Is just like he dies. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Because Reese like dies. And I'm like, this can't be right. She needs to split her heart in two, Once Upon a Time style.
Oh, keep them both beating.
And then my next note is, oh, thank God he's all right.
Yes. But like, he's only all right because they do tie their lives together, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she did it. Once Upon a Time style.
Yeah.
We are one. And then my next note is, as soon as I think Tamlin isn't such a POS, he gives Lucien the cold shoulder.
Why?
I think it's because Lucian's been like with the gang.
The gang.
Yeah. He's been helping.
Sorry he didn't want to join the bad side.
Yeah. Oh, my next note is, so Lucien and Vassa, I guess his and Elaine's bond isn't going to take.
Oh.
Because I think they kind of like...
We're flirting?
Yeah, we're a little flirty.
Oh.
And then I just say A+ ending.
Yeah. We're missing all the ending though, so...
I know.
Like, that's not helpful at
I know,
all.
it just says A+ ending. I just must have been like in an emotional turmoil. I just been like, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, no, so... The king kills their father.
King kills the father.
Snaps his neck.
And the girls are like, ah!
Yeah.
And like, I think Nesta and Feyre are really close when it happens. I think they're like...
Like, they see it happening.
They see it. They're like, in the vicinity.
It says Cassian's fighting with the king, but he's losing.
Yes. And then, who kills the king? I was kind of pissed at this. I was kind of pissed that it was her.
That it was Nesta?
Yeah.
Nesta grabs Cassian's swords and turns it to the king.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, because it's a good callback to, like, when she went to out of the cauldron or into the cauldron, she, like, pointed at him.
Yeah, like, you're...
Like, I got you.
Yeah, you're on my list, buddy.
Hit list.
Yeah.
And, like, but I think what annoys me about it is that she's already just, like, her trauma is just, like, on her sleeve.
Yeah.
And I feel like in the next books, she's just, like, it doesn't help.
No.
I'm like, I wish it was somebody else. I feel like she just uses it as another thing, like, I hate being here.
Wait, Elaine stabbed him, it says.
Oh, Nesta killed him. Oh, am I remembering that wrong? I could have sworn Nesta killed him.
Nesta covers Cassian's body with her own as the king returns. As the king goes to kill them, he suddenly stops. Nesta looks up to see the blade. A blade is through his throat. Elaine has stabbed him with Truth Teller.
Oh my gosh. I got that wrong.
Yeah.
Why did I remember that wrong? Maybe it's just because Nesta still harps on it, like
it was her life.
Yes, like, I can't believe y'all did this to Elaine. Probably.
Maybe she's probably mad, like, that Elaine had to be the one to kill him.
Yeah.
I know she blames herself for not being able to stop her dad from dying. Like, she's constantly thinking about that.
Yeah.
Okay, Nesta gets up and goes to the king and grabs the blade and twists it into his back. She beheads him.
That's what it is.
So, like...
She cuts his head off.
Yeah. Nesta then lifts his head and stares at it.
Ah, you weirdo. That was my takeaway.
Yeah.
The beheading.
Yeah, that's right. That's fair.
Oh.
And then Amren does that thing where she, like, becomes, not herself.
Her other form.
Yeah.
Where they're like, do you know... I remember in, like, the second book, she asked Reese, like, do you know what she is? And he's like, I'm not asking.
I'm not asking. She wipes them all out, but she fades away. Her power's spent.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen a lot of things, too, that are like, Sarah J Maas never really killed anyone in this series. Like, any main characters. And they're like, they could have left Amren dead. They couldn't have left Reese dead, but...
Absolutely.
But they could have left Amren dead. And, like, no one probably would have, like, been too upset.
Yeah, it's just like casualty of war.
Yeah, but now everyone's kind of worried that Cassian's gonna die. I don't know why they think it's Cassian, But everyone's like, he's got to be the one to die.
No!
I know.
No! Kill Tamlin!
That's, fair for me.
Like, don't kill Cassian.
Yeah.
You could have left Amryn dead. I would gladly trade.
I like Amryn. Maybe they'll kill more. Maybe she will be a traitor and they'll kill her.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, I'm okay with that. Don't kill Cassian.
Yeah.
Or you can't kill any of the 3 bad boys.
I know, not our boys. They've been through so much.
So much. No.
Okay, yeah, so then they save Rhys. All the High Lords give him some power.
Oh, yeah.
And then he tells them to get Amryn out of the cauldron because she didn't die.
Yeah. Man.
And they burn their dad. Lucian comes. He has a lot to tell her.
Oh.
This is the he went and got Vasa.
Yeah.
And then we're heading to the end of it. How does this one end? He says that Rhys tells her that Brax has vanished. They'll have to hunt him down at some point, return him to the library.
Oh, yeah.
And then they fly over Valaris together. I'm like, is that really how this ends?
And then I was flying. Yep. Rhys gathered me in his arms, shooting us high into the starry night sky. Da-da-da-da-da. We would need more of that in the days to come on longer ahead to a new world. I think it's just, like, setting up for rebuilding.
Yeah. Because, like, I think that it was meant to be, like, done. I think that, like, she had been contracted for these 3 books. Because, like, it wraps up the story, like, pretty nicely.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's more tales to be told in Land of the Prythian.
Yeah. So I think that, like, honestly, it's not... Like, I think it was a lot of war, and I'm glad the series continued because I feel like I didn't get a ton out of it outside of war. Do you know what I mean?
Actually, like, kind of rehashing. I think I might be 2, 1, 3.
I think I might be too.
And I'm just like, damn, what happened? I mean, like, a lot happened in this book, but it's just also kind of like, it's a lot of war.
It was almost like I didn't get to, like, enjoy the characters I like as much because all this other stuff was happening.
Exactly. And that's what the second book is so good. You get
the characters you want.
Yeah, you get, like, their dynamic and, like, a lot of conversation.
Like, meeting each other and things like that. And then you get, like, a little bit of war, like, a little bit of, like, pre-war at the end, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe not my favorite one.
Yeah, this might be last.
Yeah.
Wow, that took a turn.
That did. It's like...
we talked ourselves out of it.
You get so excited, like, just remembering the series in general, I feel like.
Yeah.
That it's hard to, like, remember where each piece fits in.
Yeah.
But yeah, just, like, reading through that, I think that, like, a lot of cool things happen, but...
Yeah, and I think when I reread the first one and the second one, what I liked about ended up liking a lot about the first one is, like, looking back at, like, knowing that they're mates and, like, and their interactions. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. And they're kind of, like, they're not together a ton in this book.
No. Yeah.
They're off doing other, like, spying and, like, dying and war things.
Yeah.
A lot of war. And, like, maybe, like, war's just not the place for romance.
No.
So, yeah, maybe, like, a solid 4.
Yeah.
Not a 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think a solid 4.
But I think that, like, for a series wrap-up, had we not known that we were getting more books, I also think I would have felt a little, like, anticlimactic for my favorite characters.
Yeah, yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
Like, if we didn't get...
Like, to be fair, I am pissed because I don't get that much of Rhys and Farah and the other books, which I have a whole other issue with.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
I don't like how she writes. I don't know,
how she changed.
Well, I think it's just because it is from Nessa's point of view, and Nessa just has all this animosity, so she makes it seem like Rhys is just, like...
the worst.
Yes, and I'm like, girl, he houses you...
for free.
For free!
Yeah.
Like...
you could be out on your ass.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So come back for the next ACOTR.
A Court of Frost and Starlight.
I love that book.
A little mini book.
It's just like a little beep.
Christmas novella.
It's a little Christmas novella.
It's cute.
It is cute.
It is cute.
I like it. It is such a quick read.
It is so fast.
Like, it might be like 150 pages.
I feel like a good one to, like, read during the holidays each year kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe skipping over some of Nessa's bitchiness, but otherwise. Because I love Oli. I won't say it here. I'll wait for the actual episode.
She sucks.
Yeah.
She sucks in this book.
She does.
The only book she hasn't slept in is it's Crescent City.
It's not even her own book.
It's not even her book. It's not even their world.
No.
And that was the one book where I'm just like, oh, okay.
And you know, maybe it's because like, okay, and this might be an interesting perspective. Maybe we liked her there because like it was an outsider's perspective. Like they didn't know anything about Nesta.
Yeah.
And so you get just Nesta for who she is. But like when we're reading from Farrah's point of view, it's like, you're a shitty sister. When we're reading from her own point of view, she hates herself.
And everyone around her.
Everyone around her. So it's like you kind of also hate her and everyone around her. So like maybe like that's what, like that distance helps.
Yeah. That's
with
fair.
her.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But you gotta read this book. Close it up.
Close it up.
Finish the arc there.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, they're all badass. Like they do like defeat this king.
Mm-hmm. It's always a king.
It's always a king with no name. This one also has no name. The King of Hybern. We don't know what that means.
Yeah, like what is this? I feel like that definitely means something.
It has to mean something.
Yeah.
If you haven't read Throne of Glass, their king also has no name.
Mm.
It's very interesting. But
dang, this is a really cheap hardback.
that's because it's from 2018. Spencer.
Inflation! Oh my
Well, how much
gosh!
did it cost?
It's $19 for this hardback!
Yeah. It's in, let me look at the last hardback I bought, which one's a little bit bigger. This hardback is $32. Yeah.
That hurts my heart.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, let me see, the first one's probably, oh, shit, this one's even smaller. $19.
Nice. Damn.
I remember my oldest, what year is Third Glass? That's 19 also.
Damn.
No.
Inflation.
Yeah.
Could go read this.
ACOTR.
ACOTR.
Heavy on the war.
Heavy on the war. But thanks, Sarah J Maas.
But thanks.
We love you.
always.
Cheers. Or who are we cheersing to? I want to cheers to Lucian. Just because I feel like he gets the short end of the stick
he's
so
a good
much.
one. I would like to cheers to Cassian.
Also a good one.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Mm.
Bye, friends.
See you next time.